Hi, fellow traders. I hope everybody had a great weekend and is looking forward to a good week here in the markets. Want to kind of recap my week. It wasn't, it was another pretty slow week for me, but I'm not going backwards, so that's the main thing. But first, I wanted to remind you I've got a new day trading class starting on this Tuesday, and this is a class. It's 100% live class. I do record it, so you do have access to the recordings, but you have lifetime access to any class, any day trading class that I do. So the next one, and the one after that, you could always come back and take the class. You always have access to the recordings. But the key thing is you always have access to me. If there's something that you have a problem with, or that you're confused with, or you're struggling with, you have the opportunity to contact me so that I can help you out, or I could do what I can to help you work through your problems. All of that's part of the class. That's part of teaching. I'm a professional educator. I have a degree in education. I taught for many, many, many years. And I know this is part of teaching. You can't teach and then not make yourself available to students when they may be struggling with something. So, you want to take advantage of that. It's one of those things that you just can't eliminate. So in this class, it's not only teaching you my strategies, but it's teaching you my mindset. It took me 3 years to work my way out of my job, but I did it, and anybody can do it. I'm not trying to create one-hit wonders. I'm trying to help you be a consistent trader. One that can consistently gain profits. Some weeks are going to be better than others. Some months are going to be better than others. But if you are a solid, well-rounded trader, then you're going to continue to make money no matter what. And that's what I want from you guys. And that's what I want from everybody that comes into the chat room. And everybody that takes my classes, this is what I want. I want you guys to be independent traders that's not dependent on anybody. You don't depend on anybody for watch lists. You don't depend on anybody to tell you when to get in and out of trades. You learn how to do this on your own. That's my goal in this. And when I get messages and things from other traders saying that they finally get it and that they're doing it, that's my satisfaction. That's what makes it all worthwhile. So the class is starting this Tuesday. You can go on over to averagejoetrader.com on the services if you want to sign up for it. You can do that. We do have a payment plan as well. You just need to email me and I could tell you how that works. Ed at averagejoetrader.com, and we can work that out. Alright, so this week was pretty slow. I'm missing 2 trades that is still, I think they're pretty close to one another, one win and one loss. It's a long trade that I had a loss on, so that will still be at 0%. And there was a short trade that I had a win on, and I think they're pretty much the same, but they didn't show up yet, so I couldn't download them. But when I do the end of the month, it'll all equal out. Everything will be right. perfect, but this is a good gauge as to what I did this week. 539.70. I only had a 55% win rate, and it was just another tough week for me. Not everybody is gonna have a tough week this week. There's some people that did real well because the market was conducive to their strategies. For me, it was a little tough, but I made a lot of mistakes as well. I rushed into a lot of trades. I didn't have patience getting into the trades like I should have, and that hurt me. And I ended up getting stopped out a lot. There was several trades where I got stopped out first, and then I got in and it worked. But I should never have been in that trade to start with. So that's, it wasn't a good week. But here's where really trying to dig in and stick to your process comes into play, because a couple of times this week you saw me shut my platform down. That's the reason why I'm not red this week, because I knew when to shut my platform down. I knew when it was time to stop trading and walk away, because things just aren't working out for me. So I shut it down. There was a day where I had solid trades. I had a solid day, but I had some stop outs because I got in the trade too quick. And it really hurt my profit. But me understanding that I'm not where I need to be, and that things mentally I may not be sharp, I need to stop so I can protect what I have and move on. And that's how I got to where I am today. That's how I was able to work out of my job and into doing this full time. And it was a process. And you got to have that discipline, and you got to have the process in place. And you got to have a plan every day. And that's what I help you develop, in the day trading class. That's what it's all about. So where, and you can see here on my, I had this huge, nice graph. I was just running straight up. But here over the last couple of weeks, it's kind of flattened out a little bit. And this, just the last 2 weeks, the way the market has been in the last 2 weeks. And for me, I can show you real quick what the deal is. You can see here when the market is trading below the 20, for me, my swing trades and my day trades, so to speak, are going to be somewhat limited. And that's just the way it is. You see over here, when we were above it, swing trades were hot. I was nailing them. Day trades were doing pretty good. I was making good money. Here's where I struggle at the beginning of July, end of June, beginning of July. Here's where I'm struggling now. We're below the 20. So I see that. And it's something that I notice, and that I know I need to trade a different way. I need to be a little bit more conservative, because it'll be so easy for me to just get out of hand and get out of control and start giving money back that I don't need to give back. So, and this is part of getting to know who you are as a trader, understanding what your strategies are, and understanding how it relates to the market. Knowing when to be aggressive and when not to be aggressive. So that's all part of what we try to teach. So this is where I am for the month. 43, 55, 48, and that's not bad considering I started every month with $3,000. So I've taken $3,000 and more than doubled it. Now, granted, the first 2 weeks of this month was when I made most of this. The last 2 weeks, together has been less than $1,000. But the fact is, we're looking at the overall month. I'm looking at, when I look at my earnings, I'm looking at what I did for the month. I don't really care so much what I do every day or what I do every week, even though I look at it, because if there's an issue, I need to try to correct it. But I don't hold that. I don't put too much weight on what I do every week. I look at the month. And, so far, it hasn't been that bad of a month. I'm 60, 67, 68% across the board on my win rate. And that's not bad. I'll take this any day. Take this any week, any month. My average loss to win trade is not where I want it to be. We're only talking at 1.32, and I want it to be at 2. I want my wins to be twice as much as my losses. But last week I had a bigger loss than I should have taken. And, that's going to happen. Sometimes I'm going to sit here and think I know more than what I think I know, and I'll let it run a little bit. But I will catch myself. So that's, we're good with, I'm good with this right now. So we got a couple more days left in the month. And, we'll see how things work out. I mean, it's just one of those. I'm expecting a slower week this week because we're going into a holiday weekend, and we may have people taking off on Friday. Friday may be slow. This whole week may be slow. Some people take vacation starting this week and just extending it out to Tuesday. So I'm thinking it's going to be a relatively slow week. Our earnings calendar, we kind of slowed down a little bit on earnings for this week. So, we'll see. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting going forward and coming out of the summer, to say the least. All right, but that's all I have for this weekend. I hope you guys have a great week. Remember, if you're interested in the day trading classes, get with me. Shoot me an email. I'll be glad to chat with you about it and, really give you a good feel for what I try to teach you in there. And if you're interested in chat, same way, we'll be haven't scheduled another free chat yet. But if you're interested, just get with me, and we'll see if we can work something out for you. So have a great week, and we'll see you in the market.